Ion South Asia is brought to you by Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, together we'll go far.
Welcome back to Ion South Asia. Sanjeev, let's talk about the Gujarati meet.
World Gujarati
The
Meet.
World Gujarati meet.
That's right.
And this is happening where?
This is happening in New Jersey,
Okay.
August 31st, September 1st, and September 2nd, event otherwise known as Chalo Gujarat. Chalo
Okay.
Gujarat means let's go to Gujarat.
Okay. And we have several important attendees that are going to be representing Gujaratis.
Gujarati attendees
Mhm.
were successful, and who are quite achiever in their own fields. They will be representing Gujarat and Gujaratis at this World Gujarati Meet.
Okay. So we have Sonal Shah, Parag Mehta, Seema Patel, and Mitul Desai
That's
from various government branches, and the White House has confirmed that they're going to be participating in several discussions
Right.
and debates and seminars for the theme of success of Gujus in federal government.
Young, talented, and dynamic Gujaratis. They're going to be there. I think they all have very impressive backgrounds. They're quite young, and then one or the other way they have been part of White House and their different departments,
Right.
and an experience into various fields. One is Sonal Shah, who is an entrepreneur and innovator in the government. She also was a part of Google for some time, and she has a lot of experience in government agencies.
Exactly. And Parag Mehta is a communications specialist, and he has a variety of experience in government politics and community advocacy.
Right.
So
He
these-
actually began his career as a speechwriter in a Clinton administration.
for the White House,
Right.
right? So these people are going to be talking about specific issues related to the Gujarati community and that sort of thing. What sort of things might they be talking about?
I think World Gujarati Conference Committee have done fine job in getting these individuals to be part of the event. I think they will talk about their experience. They will talk about their achievements. They will talk about what it takes for a Gujarati to become a successful person like that. And I think more light will come out on government work, which I think will inspire Gujarati youth over there. And then, they will, I think, definitely inspire more and more youth to become part of any government agency, any government work, whether it's your county level, state level, or regional level, or even at White House. So I think this is what the whole idea is. Parag Mehta being one of the speech writers, and now he is also a motivational speaker. And then Sonal Shah, along with Seema Patel and Mitul Desai, everyone brings in that different experience, and we'll talk about their success to White House basically. I think that'll be good.
All right, so it's going to encourage Gujarati Indian Americans to
that should
be more active in the Indian community as well as their local Gujarati communities.
And at the same time, these individuals should also be recognized for
Exactly.
their achievement also.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's going to be one interesting event. And I think we're going to talk about World Gujarati Conference, that WGC it's known as, happening, like I said, on August 31st, September 1st, and September 2nd in Edison, New Jersey. We're going to talk about that more in our show also.
Great, so that should be a very exciting event and looking forward to that.
Same here.
Okay, let's talk about Love, Lies, and Sita.
I'm looking forward to that movie also.
That's a very interesting title.
Right.
So, Love, Lies, and Sita is...
It just doesn't make sense. Love, lies, and Sita.
Right,
A
those
name
three
Sita,
words,
the
how do they
name
come
Sita
together?
is name Sita comes from this mythological Ramayana, right? And the Sita's name is synonymous with purity, with truth, and with love and sacrifice and everything.
Yes.
And here
But
it
with
is
the
a-
lies thrown in there,
Exactly.
it just throws everything
Correct.
off. But yeah, this is an interesting movie. It was based in New York, and it's about three guys, a girl, and their friends. And this movie stars Melanie Kanakoda, Arjun Gupta, Lavrenti Lopez, and several other actors from the New York area. And it's going to be featured in the Art of Brooklyn Film Festival.
Right.
And it's an official nomination at the festival as well. And this festival has been showing more than 40 world cinema titles, and it's going to be on August 5th at 7:30 p.m. at Maroney Theater.
Right.
So definitely this sounds like an interesting film to look
The
out
movie written, produced, and directed by a New York-based Indian-American filmmaker, Chandra Pemaraju. The film was released nationwide in India. Already it was released in May, right? So finally this movie is getting recognition because this Mr. Chandra Pemaraju, New York native, and I think a Brooklyn native also. This Art of Brooklyn Film Festival is for the for people living in Brooklyn and Brooklyn-based, Brooklyn-centric films and filmmakers. So I think we have a Brooklyn in the news stories in this week's episode, because we just talk about Abe George, and we'll talk about this Love, Lies, and Sita. This festival actually ends on August 12th. So in case if you miss out on this festival, then make sure you check out this movie at a local video store. But Love, Lies, and Sita.
Exactly.
Yep.
And this film has done pretty well in India. So it's really nice to see a successful film from India being brought into the local community. in
Right,
Brooklyn.
and then one more note that this movie is scheduled to be screened in later part of August, which is August 20th, at 6:30 p.m. at Burke Theater as a part of the prestigious World Music and Independent Film Festival.
Okay, so it's simultaneously getting recognition across
Right, the
the
film
board.
is nominated and will be competing for the Best Film, Best Direction, Best Lead Actor, Best Lead Actress, and the Best Cinematography categories.
Sounds exciting.
Sure.
So we'll look forward to that.
All the
film
best to
festival.
Love, Lies, and Sita.
Exactly. All right. So let's move on to Nikki Haley, your favorite. All right. So CNN, they actually were doing.
She just somehow manages to stay in the news,
Yes.
knowingly or unknowingly. And obviously, for this story, it's she's totally unknown for this. But anyway, you go ahead.
So CNN was doing a feature story on her about how she was going to be a key speaker at the Republican National Convention in Tampa later this month.
Right.
And what ended up happening was, in the midst of this coverage, they ended up showing a map of Punjab.
Right.
And she happens to be Punjabi.
Right.
And I think they were also talking about the Gurdwara shooting incident in the same vein.
Right.
And somehow this map just flashed on screen, and it was a mistake, but coincidental mistake, shall we say.
It was a mistake. A CNN spokesperson was quoted as saying by, Politico website. But she is actually born and raised here, while her parents are from Punjab, I believe, right? And then they were just talking about, because she must have gotten an invitation from Mitt Romney's camp just recently to be a speaker at Republican convention in Tampa later this month.
Yes.
And CNN just kind of somehow showed a map of Punjab and sound bites at Gurudwara
Right.
in Wisconsin.
I mean, does this actually hurt or help her, or neither?
Neither.
It's
Neither.
because everybody knows she's Indian.
Right. It definitely does not hurt. Let's
Right.
put it that way. It definitely does not hurt.
Right. And it also gave her a chance to respond to the tragic incident.
Sure.
She said that it was very sad that this happened in her very own community.
Right.
So,
She has actually attended a prayer meet in the area, for these victims, and she has spoken publicly about this sad and tragic event.
Exactly. And, you know, speaking of her Republican National Convention invite, you know, that's going to be happening later this month. So that
I'm
should
looking
be
forward
very
to her
exciting.
speech. I'm looking forward to her speech.
It sounds like the RNC is getting more and more exciting year by year.
What about Bobby Jindal? Has he been invited?
There hasn't been word on
There
that.
hasn't been word
yeah,
on it.
there
Okay.
there's been more attention focused on Nikki Haley at this
Okay,
point.
okay.
So I think she's the star that they're focusing on.
Let's see what happens.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so those are pretty much the stories that we have for this week. So we'll wrap up our show.
Out of headlines, community, and entertainment, these were the stories in our Eye on South Asia episode.
Exactly. And you can find us on Crossings TV week after week on the same time, same place. You can also find us on YouTube and Facebook. You can watch our online episodes. And until next week, I'm Bhavna Vannan signing off.
And I'm Sanjeev Pandya. See you all next week.
Eye on South Asia is brought to you by Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, together we'll go far.